Bonjour, mon ami. Today I am back to talk about the latest episode of Drag Race France All Stars Golden Snatch Game. The queens walk back into the workroom after Magnetica's elimination, and I'm still not over it. Ellipse says that she believes Soa deserved to stay, but also she's going to be loyal to her season 1 sister. Cam Hugh reveals that she also would have sent Magnetica home for the same reason as Ellipse. So it's a new week in the workroom, and Ellipse is still a challenge winner. We clap and we cheer. She's also the first queen from Drag Race France to send home one of her sisters. At that moment, Nikki enters the workroom and announces that the queens will be playing the Snatch Game. But not just any Snatch Game, the Golden Snatch Game. Family Feud style. They did something very similar to this on UK vs. the World. As the queens prepare, Soa says the key to Snatch Game is to not overcomplicate your character. She then goes on to share that she has two characters in mind, Kitty Smile and a presenter from the 90s. The rest of the cast swear that she's wrong, saying the presenter was from the 2000s, and Soa not only makes a $100 or euro bet with Mummy Wata, she gets her phone back just to prove her point. But the queens aren't having it. They're saying, no, you said the 80s, not the 90s. And they even rewind the footage. It was messy, good drama. I was loving it. I think it's ironic that Soa was talking about the key to Snatch Game when she ends up going home on this episode. But we'll get to that. So then we get right into the Snatch Game. On Camille's team, we have Louis XIV, played by Punani. The look was amazing. The Big Bertha playing French cook Maite. I'm so sorry about these pronunciations. Cam playing lifestyle vlogger Caroline Marjorie-Don. Moon playing Shirley, who is half of the comedic duo Shirley and Dino. And Mummy Wata playing the Eiffel Tower. It doesn't get more French than that. On Gnome's team, we have Piche playing the Super Nanny. Ellipse playing French actress Melanie Laurent. Soa is playing the presenter Jacques. I really wish I had seen Soa play Kitty Smile, like she mentioned earlier, but this was a good character to pick, although it didn't work out. And Misty playing French TV host Dorothy. So the queens that stood out the most to me were Misty Phoenix's character as Dorothy and Louis XIV played by Punani. Those two made me laugh the most, especially Misty with her insane, ridiculous prosthetic nose. I also loved the pate pate part. That was really funny in the Snatch Game. And to finish up the Snatch Game, the queens perform a song in character with Nikki playing on the piano. It was a bit random, but why not? On Elimination Day, we get a huge Moon edit. She says she's in love. She's been with her partner for over a year now and she's very happy. And we love to hear it, Moon. She also goes on to say that she would love to have children someday, and even more so, would love to carry the children herself. And I love this because this is later translated into her runway, which was a very touching moment, which I am going to get to. So on the main stage this evening, we have Nikki Doll looking fabulous. And yes, I'm going to continue to highlight how amazing Nikki Doll looks throughout this season because look at her. We have Daphne Berkey, Loic Prejean, and extra special guest judges Camille Razat and Noam Sansu. Category is all blown up, and I gave my top 2 to Cam Hugh. And guys, Sailor Moon means a lot to me. I mean, Mistress Mercury is literally made up of Sailor Mercury and Mistress 9 from Sailor Moon. I know it's a very nerdy drag name. So this was everything to me, and she just looks so stunning. Before the judges' critiques, Nikki says that Moon's look is her favorite of the night and asks her to explain it on the main stage. It was very powerful and emotional and moving, and if I didn't love Sailor Moon so damn much, this would have been my top 2. I really do think it's so brave and admirable, Moon sharing her deepest desires to be pregnant as a trans woman. I just love that so much. I cried. And I really do think that her runway is what made Moon safe this week, because I did wonder if she was going to be placed in the bottom. She wasn't getting a whole lot of laughs as Shirley, but her runway just completely saved everything for her. And I love that because I'm not ready to say goodbye to Moon. Crediting Draglix here on Instagram, Ellipse is also told she had a very powerful message in her runway and is made safe just like Moon. The rest represent the tops and bottoms. So first up we have Cam Hugh. She is praised for her gorgeous look, but of course she was very stiff in the Snatch Game. They thought it was a little bit too rehearsed, but Cam says that she actually had a lot of fun, a lot more fun than her first attempt at Snatch Game. Soa is commended for her strong moments with Jacques and some of the mannerisms that she brought into her performance, but they felt that it took too long for her to land some of her jokes. Her runway, though, might be one of my favorites. I know they weren't living for it, but I love this sort of Y2K Caribbean-inspired outfit. Misty is told that her Snatch Game was extraordinary, and I have to agree. And this is what I love about the international seasons, because I don't speak French, I don't know who this character is, and yet I'm sold. It's so funny. I felt the same when Zilhouette imitated that plastic surgeon on Philippines season 1. I don't need to know a character if you can sell it to me and make it funny. Her runway as Popeye was so campy and fun. I'm really loving this side of Misty Phoenix. I don't think she was anything like this on season 3. La Big Bertha is told that she was very committed to her Snatch Game character, which made it very enjoyable for the special guests. Her take on her season 1 look was very bold and presented a very strong message about loving your body regardless of its size and shape. Mami Wata is told that her Eiffel Tower was too rusty. It was a great concept, but she didn't have enough to go on. Poor Mami gets emotional on stage, saying she feels like she's let herself down. Punani is praised for her artistry and her commitment to the Louis XIV character. It was so good. This was a top 2 performance for me. Peach is immediately emotional on the main stage, saying she wanted to make a big comeback this time around, but feels like she fell flat. But they all agree that she did a much better job than the first time around, and she had a very campy, fun runway. As a number 1 Peach stan, I need her to know that she's a star. Nikki becomes very emotional, telling the cast how blown away she is by them, and honestly, it's moments like these that remind me why Nikki is one of my favorite hosts. She's so passionate and connected to her cast, and I feel like Mama Pow's the same. Missy and Punani are made top 2 of the week, and I agree. Peach is saved, thank God. I cannot lose Peach after just losing Magnetica. Cam and Soa are placed in the bottom 2, and I am very impressed by this. I said last week that I was worried that Soa would be pushed by production, it would be the Soa show, especially after Global All-Stars, but as we've seen by this episode, that's not the case. And the same for Cam Hugh, who is Nikki's makeup artist. I thought it might be a Vivaldi Fred Van Leer situation where Vivaldi was favoured even after making some big mistakes and breaking the rules. But that's not the case either. They're willing to put Cam in the bottom, and I love that. It's an unbiased competition, and I need it after All Stars 10. In Untucked, Cam is devastated to be in the bottom, especially in Snatch Game once again, but she feels very confident that Misty will save her, and the edit was there. And I feel like Soa sort of gave up at this point and didn't want Cam to be sent home over her. Back on the main stage, Misty and Punani lip-synced to Discoteca. I think they both did such a good job. Punani looked so hot, and Misty had the dance moves down. However, Misty ends up winning, earning herself a cash tip and a Nikki badge. And judging by the edit in Untucked, I knew she would save Cam Hugh, and sure enough, she does. We say goodbye to Soa, which I think is the right choice. I love Soa, but I just saw her on Global All-Stars. I'm really glad that some first-time competitors on All-Stars will get a chance at the crown now. So my friends, what did you think of this week's episode? Next week is the Girl Group Challenge, and I'm expecting a Peach slay. Let me know what you thought of the Snatch Game. This was another amazing episode. Absolutely my favourite Drag Race season of the year so far. Give me all the tea, and I'll be back very soon with another recap.